right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about ontology, and this is a project that's tackling one of the biggest, maybe the biggest issue we all face online. Who really owns your digital identity? Who's in control of all your data?
So let's just think about this for a second. What if you could actually control your own digital data? And not just control it, but earn money from it, and even help make AI better and more ethical in the process? Now, this isn't some sci-fi dream. It's the exact question ontology is built to answer. So, how are they going to do it? Let's dive in and see.
Okay, first things first. Your data, your control. Or is it?
Look, in the world we live in right now, you don't really own your identity. Think about it. Every single time you click log in with Google or sign in with Facebook, you're basically giving away a little piece of yourself to these massive companies. You're not the owner, you're more like a renter. And that right there is the fundamental problem ontology is trying to fix. So that's the problem. And ontology? Well, ontology is the solution. It's a blockchain built from the ground up to take this identity problem head on. You know, a lot of blockchains out there are all about finance or just general purpose smart contracts. And that's fine, but ontology is different. It is laser focused on one thing, building a new layer of trust for the internet. And it does this with 3 core pillars. We're talking about decentralized identity, verifiable reputation, and finally, personal data control. These 3 things working together, that's the magic sauce. Now, the absolute heart of this whole thing is something they call ONT ID. And the easiest way to wrap your head around it is to think of it like a digital passport. It's yours, you hold it, you control it, nobody else. And because it's built on open W3C standards, that's the same group that standardizes the web, it's meant to work everywhere. You can prove who you are without needing some big corporation or a bank to sign off on it. You are your own verification. Okay, so how does the network actually run? Well, this part is pretty clever. Ontology uses a dual token system. You've got ONT, which is all about governance and staking. Holding ONT gives you a say in how the network evolves. Then you have ONG. Think of this as the gas, the fuel for the engine. It's what you use to pay for transactions and other services on the network. Separating them like this is a really smart move because it keeps the network's long-term direction separate from its day-to-day operations. It just makes the whole thing run smoother. All right, so we've got the big picture, the tech behind it. But what does this actually look like for you, the user? Let's talk about the products that bring it all to life. And we're back to that digital passport, the ONT ID. I know we mentioned it, but it's so important it's worth hitting again. This is designed to be your one single key for everything online. Forget having 100 different passwords and logins for 100 different sites. With this, you have one single identity that you control, and you can use it everywhere. Then, layered on top of that identity, you have something called O-score. This is really interesting. It's basically a reputation score based on your actions on chain. The best comparison is a credit score, but instead of just tracking your finances, it tracks your digital reputation. And a high O-score could open up all sorts of doors for you. Better loan rates, special access, you name it, all based on a reputation that you actually built and can prove. So where does all this stuff live? It all comes together in the Onto wallet. And please don't just think of it as another crypto wallet for holding coins. It's so much more. It's your identity hub. It's the command center where your ONT ID, your O-score, your data, and your assets all live and work together. This is where you actually exercise your digital control. Okay, now this is where things get really, really interesting and look way into the future because this whole system for identity and data control, it has huge implications for AI. Let's be real, AI has a massive problem right now. And AI is only as smart as the data you feed it. And the big challenge for every AI company is finding huge amounts of really good, high-quality data that they're also legally allowed to use. It's a huge bottleneck. How do you build an AI you can trust if you can't trust the data it learned from? And this is where ontology's whole system could be a total game changer. Here's how it works. Step 1, you prove who you are with your ONT ID. You own it. Step 2, you explicitly decide what data you're willing to share and you give your consent. Step 3, the AI companies can then train their models on this awesome, verified, ethically sourced data. And step 4, the best part, you get paid for it. You get rewarded for your contribution. Suddenly, you have a data market that's fair for everyone. I mean, the vision here is huge, right? It's incredibly ambitious. But let's be realistic. Any project trying to do something this big is going to face some serious challenges. So let's take an honest look at what's next for ontology. Look, having cool technology is one thing, but it's not enough. There's some really big hurdles here. First, adoption. They have to get normal people, not just crypto folks, to use this. Then there's the competition. We're talking about the biggest tech companies in the world who are not going to give up control of identity easily. Plus, you have the absolute minefield of data privacy laws around the globe. And, just actually building out this whole massive vision, that's a monumental task.
So when you look at the future, you can almost see two paths unfolding. There's the super positive future, right, where the Onto wallet becomes the standard for digital identity. Businesses are using ONT ID for everything, and Ontology is the go-to place for ethical AI data. But then there's the other side, the negative future, where adoption just doesn't happen fast enough. Regulations get in the way, or another company beats them to the punch. The stakes here, they couldn't be higher. And that really leaves us with the big question, the one we started with. Could a world where you actually own your data, where you get paid for its use, could that really change the internet? We're not talking about a small tweak here. We're talking about a fundamental power shift, something that could completely redefine how the entire digital world works. It's a massive idea to think about.